Naturally, true stars like Roy have shone wherever and whenever they've appeared locally, particularly at the Examiner's prestigious literary luncheons.
This is show business.
And it was Jerry Brown's rhubarb next door, and the people would say to him, "What do you put on your rhubarb, Jerry?" And he'd say, "Custard."
Came back through Derby, and as you go through Derby there's a big sign outside and it said "Twinned with Osnabrück," and I thought, I wonder if Huddersfield's twinned with anywhere. So that night in March I went into the local pub and there was an old man in the corner and I thought, he'll know everything about Huddersfield. And I said, "Excuse me, do you know if Huddersfield's twinned with anywhere?" He said, "Oh, I've no idea, lad, but suicide pact with Osnabrück."
So we looked around for the greatest authority on list we could find, and everybody told us the greatest authority on list was the president of the List Society. So we wrote to the president of the List Society, said, "Would you write 30 questions for Mastermind for us?" And he said, "I'd be delighted, I'm the contestant."
Somehow reminded me of the time when I was reading in a school once, and I was taken in to the headmaster's office at half-time and told by the headmaster, "This school doesn't like poems with language in." Imagine that as a writer that left me in a pretty difficult position.
Another fellow scratched his head and said, "Can I ask you a question?" He said, "Of course you can." He said, "What you got in that there sack?" He said, "Ducks." "Ah," he said, "I thought you might have." "Can I ask you another question?" He said, "Can." He said, "If I can guess how many ducks you have in that there sack, will you give me one?" He said, "If you can guess how many ducks I have in this here sack, old lad, I'll give you both of them." He says 7. Because you see, he came from Batley as well.
The torrential rain, which saturated the green and the players, made counting the scores a soggy business. And at the end of the day, one player found his cup runneth over. The weather wasn't any better for this charity walk, but it didn't stop the fundraisers putting their best feet forward and having a splashing. From charity walk to catwalk, where temperatures really rise, especially as our film crew only ever seem to record the lingerie and swimwear sequences. So who's complaining? From catwalk to royal walkabout. Princess Margaret's visit in July 1970 to open the Welfare and Handicap Centre in King Street. Princess Anne was in Brighouse in 1991. when Fergie came to open Elmwood Health Centre in Home Firth in June 1989, she was put in focus by long-time Examiner chief photographer John Watson. And like Fergie, John knows a thing or two about reaching those dizzy heights. As BBC Look North newsreader Brian Baines explains.
The Examiner shows a keen interest in a variety of activities in its wide circulation area. For instance, there's the television transmitting mast at Emley Moor. What dramatic picture opportunities it provides for a star photographer. Workmen involved in the construction of the concrete tower are splendid subjects for the news camera. And then there's the view from the top. The photographer knows full well what the readers and his editor will expect, though at this particular moment he probably wishes he didn't.
As the years passed, John grew fonder of keeping his feet firmly on the ground.
Just hold it there, just a sec. Just so I can see the gentleman behind you. Would you like to all walk straight to me now, briskly? No, briskly. No slippage, no slippage. No. Oh, hang on, wait for me.
John, give us a clear left.
Right, on with the left foot then, eh? I'll wait while you work it out.
Right.
For me. Right, straight to me. Big smiles, heads up, Jay. Can we do it again?
But that's the news. Highs one day, lows the next. Good news, bad news, glad news, sad news. The world of words is a special one, to old and young alike. Particularly to those in the news business for whom it's a passion and a way of life. Whether the words are moulded in hot metal or tapped into a computer, they tell the all-important stories.